After a game of marbles and a ridiculous amount of technical difficulties, I have arrived here. Garrett the cartoonist won a game of marbles in the midst of technical difficulties. Thus, Garrett the cartoonist gets a song. The song he chose was the #1 song in heaven. I have never heard the #1 song in heaven. I've heard One Thing by Sparks, which I really, really enjoyed. So I'm pretty excited to hop in on this. Now, before I hit the play button, hey, thank you for the Prime. Amazon only gives you one of those, and you gave yours to me. I am honored. Thank you so much. Yeah, before I hit the play button, though, it's just very important to me that you guys know that you are awesome, that you are valuable, that you are important, that you matter, that you are deserving of love, and that I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It does go a long way to help me out. And if you really like what you see, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Or join us on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Arizona time. And those people over there are actually the best people. We just want to listen to music with you and traverse through, this journey of music together. Guys, without further ado, the #1 song in heaven by Sparks. Here we go. I definitely like the I can't decide if they're real voices or plugins. Ooh. Kind of has an interesting, vocal... Oh. Definitely early synthwave here. You said Giorgio Moroder was in this? You know what that noise reminded me of? You guys are maybe going to hate me for saying this, but did you ever see the movie Night at the Roxbury? Where Will Ferrell was describing a noise, and he's like, boo! Boo! Me neither. I was just wondering. That noise. That didn't sound like in heaven. These synth plays are interesting. Wow. This arpeggiating synth. This is 79. This definitely seems like a preliminary to the new wave sound. Is this a talk box or an early vocoder? That's a vocoder? Giorgio Moroder. Wait, just so you know, we don't have Daft Punk today without Giorgio. He is a genius. Some of the earliest work of synth that you'll find, and he's fantastic. that flaky. It'd be, yeah, I mean, in theory, it's possible. It'd be such a wet sound, though. It might be unintelligible depending on how it was edited. It's very early stages of genius synth work. With real drums. Oh, man. It really stepped up there. Listen to the synths, they're panning. The arpeggiation is going left to right. They didn't get the lyrics right. Yeah. I feel like this reminds me vaguely of Hungry Like a Wolf. Fish Market, thank you for following. Oh man, this breakdown is nuts. These sounds are so ahead of their time, dude. This part right here, I want to hear that build up again. This doesn't send it the way Giorgio does. It sends it differently. But this build up here into that transition was my favorite part of the song. He also reminds me of a less bassy Devo vocalist. I think this is, yeah, definitely Moog. I know Moog modular for sure. Yeah, I was gonna say, this song, more. I liked this. It was a fun time. It was a lot of synth. I think the problems I found myself having with it, I had a little bit of difficulty distinguishing the vocals, and I wanted there to be a guitar. Like, Giorgio's work is often featured. Fish Market, thank you for the Prime. I appreciate that. Amazon only gives you one of those. You gave yours to me. I liked this quite a bit. As far as the hopper goes, I would definitely want to hear a more guitar-driven sound from this band to jump right into. That was not that I disliked it, but it was significantly more only synth-driven than I find myself getting into. And I would almost say, as much as I love Giorgio, there was an element of guitars to a lot of what he did, and one of my biggest issues with the silver chord was what I felt was a lack of. Now, what I do know about what this song represented was ridiculous amount of analog synth work and a genius mind behind Giorgio Moroder. They were making these sounds well before anybody had ever quite figured them out. I think you're right, Garrett, because I found that the Kimono My House was 100% a song an album. Or that song from that album really rang a lot truer to me. It's not that I dislike the band. I actually really like it, but it wouldn't be daily driver music. It'd be music that I would be intentionally going out of my way to, in this context. The other Spark song I heard just smoked this to me, which is surprising because, again, I do really enjoy Giorgio. So this was interesting. I'd have to give a few more songs a listen before I jumped headfirst into an album. But it's very, very different and contrasted to what was before. So yeah, I definitely don't dislike it. Just, I'd have to let it grow on me or listen to it a few more times, I think, for me to come to a bigger appreciation of it. But neither here nor there. Guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best. And until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. And shout out to Garrett for winning marbles, because he didn't even get to see his victory. So it's like, shout out to Garrett. Love you guys. Bye.